here. We got some visitors today. Oh, ain't that nice? Sure is nice. Hello there. How you children doing today? Good. My. It's a nice group of y'all folks visiting me here. Sure enough is. Brother Eli told me y'all came visiting from Washington State, Seattle, Washington area. Mercy, that's a long ways away from here. Well, that sure enough is special. Y'all children come out here to visit me. Sure enough nice. How did come to hear about the Underground Railroad? Well, you know what? You came to the right place. Because I sure enough know something about that. Sure, my train never jumped the track. Never did, no. Folks always ask me, now that means there ain't nobody that ever traveled to freedom with me, Harriet Tubman, ever got caught and sent back to that slavery. Nobody. I have to let them know, baby, the Underground Railroad wasn't no real train on no track. Folks, the Underground Railroad was all about people. People helping other people because they know that slavery was wrong and they wanted to do all they could to help folks get to their freedom. That's right. I got so many stories about that Underground Railroad, but don't you know I wasn't about 6 years old when they first sent me off to work for somebody? For some mean folks. Sure, I got scars today from when I was whipped as a child. And then when I was about 15 years old, something happened that changed my life forever. But this day, Jim was singing that Steal Away song. Steal away to Jesus. I could hear him singing that song right now, just like he was right here. The door was wide open, and I could see that the overseer, he had Jim cornered, and he was trying to get some other men in there to grab and to hold him so he could beat him for trying to run away. And then I was standing in the door, and Jim come running past me out the door, and I got out the way because y'all know I wasn't going to try to stop that man from running away. And this then the overseer, he picked up a 2-pound weight and throwed it at Jim like to knock my head off. Junior, you know they don't call a doctor for no little slave girl. I know I've been dead right there if the Lord ain't been with me. They took me to my mama's cabin, and there I laid half dead on some rags for weeks. All the time everybody praying that the Lord made me well again. Well, he heard our prayers, and I got better, sure enough did. But I ain't been the same since then. I have my sleeping spells. I'd fall down asleep, and sometimes folks can wake me up, and sometimes they couldn't. But that's when I started having my escape dreams, too. And I'd be awake for that. I believe I could see myself free. And I met people I met later on when I was free in my dreams. I just believed it. See, the Lord had let me know I have the right to my freedom. And I said, I'm going to have liberty or death. So when I got to be 29 years old, I left. I had to leave. They was going to sell me down south of that chain gang. And I said, no, I ain't going. So I had to leave my family and head on up by myself. Ooh, children, it was so glorious. Being free was just so glorious. But I was all alone. I couldn't enjoy being free when my folks and all my family was still in that slavery. So I had to go back. I had to go back for them. So like I said, the Lord led me to the people on the Underground Railroad. So let me tell you more about those folks. See, folks don't realize that to go back down south and bring people free, I had to have some money. So in between my trips, I do some jobs, all kinds of jobs, and then I go around and do some speaking at some of these abolitionary meetings. And some of those meetings was in folks' homes too. Y'all just can't imagine some of the most beautiful homes I've been in. Rich, white men invited me to their homes to talk about politics. Can you imagine that, little slave girl like me? I was sitting around politicians and doctors and lawyers and being Frederick Douglass, y'all know him? He was there too. And we'd be sitting around these smart folks who wrote newspapers and books and taught in colleges. You know, I couldn't read a word they wrote, but I didn't have to, because I was listening to them. And I listened to them talk about business and politics, and don't y'all know, I learned a whole lot from them. I sure enough did. But you know, they learned from me too, because I could teach them something that they couldn't learn in no book. I taught them what it's like to be a slave down in the South. And when they could write my stories in the newspapers, that helped folks understand why it was so important for them to help end that slavery. I was proud of that, teaching them smart folks something, sure enough. You know what? Just us sitting together and talking to each other, we learn to trust each other. And that's important, you know that, baby? You know, you got to have trust. If you want to help folks and you want folks to help you, you got to trust each other. But sure, I'm old now. I've been taking care of folks all my life, and now folks is like Brother Eli got to take care of me. But I just want y'all to remember one thing. It's trust folks, talk to folks, get to know them. Everybody can work together. That Underground Railroad was all kind of people working together. And as you do that, the Lord's going to be with you. Yes, he is.